Toronto police looking for your help in a sex assault investigation in the West End. Tammy, victim in this case, a young child.
Yeah, Kevin, it happened at Ossington subway station. The boy, just 8 years old, and was with his mother at the time. The assault happening around 8 o'clock last night. The mother and child had just arrived at Ossington Station and were headed up the escalator when the man approached them from behind and allegedly sexually assaulted the child. Now, we just spoke with a sergeant from Toronto Police this morning who explains what happened after.
When the mother actually realized what had just happened, she immediately grabbed her child and attended the front of the subway station and advised the TTC's staff what had just occurred. Toronto Police were immediately contacted. The suspect was gone before the first responding units arrived on scene.
Now, the suspect is described as about 40 years old, 5'5" to 5'7", unshaven with brown skin, and was last seen wearing a gray t-shirt and blue jeans and sunglasses. Reports say the man was last seen walking through the parking lot near Ossington subway station. Careless smoking, a possible factor in a fire that sent 3 people to hospital last night. It happened at an apartment building on Stevenson Road. That's in the Kipling and Finch area. One woman was sent to hospital suffering burns to her arms, and 2 others suffering smoke inhalation. Could lifestyle changes help stave off dementia? A new report that's outlining 9 key risk factors claims that a third of dementia cases could be prevented. Here's a look at the 9 factors outlined in the wide-ranging study published in today's issue of The Lancet. They include midlife hearing loss, failing to complete secondary education, smoking, depression, physical inactivity, social isolation, high blood pressure, obesity, and type 2 diabetes. Experts say if these risk factors are fully eliminated, 1 in 3 cases of dementia could be prevented. As for how hearing loss could contribute to dementia, the study suggests poor hearing in middle age can deny people of a cognitively rich environment, which could lead to social isolation and depression. Both, as we mentioned, are considered factors when it comes to dementia. U.S. Senator John McCain's office confirming the longtime politician has been diagnosed with brain cancer. The tumor was discovered during a routine exam after a blood clot was removed from above the senator's left eye last week. Doctors at the Mayo Clinic say the former GOP presidential candidate has glioblastoma, an aggressive cancer that begins within the brain. McCain is now considering treatment options for the cancer. Barack Obama reacting to the news on Twitter, referencing the more than 5 years McCain spent as a prisoner of war in Vietnam. Obama writing, "John McCain is an American hero and one of the bravest fighters I've ever known. Cancer doesn't know what it's up against. Give it hell, John." Well, Donald Trump's oldest son, along with his son-in-law Jared Kushner and his former campaign manager Paul Manafort, are all set to answer questions next week on their controversial meeting with a Russian lawyer. Donald Trump Jr. and Manafort have been called to testify before the Senate Judiciary Committee next Wednesday. But first, Kushner will be speaking with the Senate Intel Committee in a closed-door session that's happening on Monday. The 3 will be asked about their meeting with a Russian lawyer last summer. An email chain that led to the meeting, released by Trump Jr., shows that he and Manafort were promised damaging information about Hillary Clinton. The White House says both the emails and the meeting do not constitute collusion with Moscow.